Hey guys, ECRG here, back with another episode. Today's title of this episode is called Physical Fitness Needed to be a CRA. That's a Clinical Research Associate. But before we get into that, I just want to let you guys know about the Resume Review Program. If you're looking to level up in clinical research or looking to get your foot in the door in clinical research and need help with your resume in order to improve your chances of getting into the field or leveling up, email me eliteclinicalgroup@gmail.com. I've got the resume review program for you, and this is going to increase your chances in order to get it seen by the right people, hiring managers, recruiters, etc. And we also do career coaching also. So if you're interested in that, email me at eliteclinicalgroup@gmail.com. So the title of this episode is Physical Fitness Needed to be a CRA. So a lot of people didn't know that you actually, it's going to be a lot easier for you to actually be a CRA if you are somewhat physically fit, or you are within certain ranges of physical fitness. Now, what do I mean by that? So, for one, there's a lot of time spent on planes. So, obviously, your knees are going to be affected by that, your back, your posture. It's just going to be wear and tear on your body sitting in plane seats all the time. So it's going to be good to have some sort of, stretching routine, yoga routine, flexibility routine that you may do, or, just normal working out that you may do, but specifically in the flexibility department, because there's going to be a lot of wear and tear on those joints and just sitting down for long periods of time in a plane. So there's those levels of physical fitness that are needed. The second levels of physical fitness are going to be like holding packages and things of that nature while you're on site. If you're on a study with big devices, with carrying cartons and cartons of drugs, you're going to need that level of physical fitness to carry that around while you're on site. And just in general, maybe you have to bring that back to the sponsor, or maybe you have to bring that back to your house. Some people carry, boxes of documents back to their house. So there's that level of physical fitness needed also. And there could be lots of situations where just having that, extra fitness level are going to improve your ability. You're walking around airports a lot. You're going to be walking around cities a lot. So you want to have that level of physical fitness just to maneuver around, the job. And, another thing that I've talked about previously on the channel is, you're in these different cities. You have the ability to, eat at the best restaurants in these cities on someone else's dime. So you're probably not going to be making the best or the most healthy choices, at least for sure in the beginning. It was really, really hard for me. I'm a big foodie, so of course, I should probably make some food videos on this channel too about best places to eat in different cities for the CRAs out there. But I use Yelp a lot, but I have all my cities saved, and I add cool restaurants. I research restaurants in advance and save them to my Yelp or whatever, and I go check them out. But a lot of these places aren't necessarily super healthy. You try to make the healthy decisions, at least now later on, but definitely in the beginning I was just eating whatever the best food was taste wise, not necessarily the most healthy. But if eating like that, you're gonna definitely gain weight. So it's good to have some kind of physical fitness regimen to kind of mitigate that gain, and just for overall health reasons, because it's a taxing job. There's the natural stress of the job. There's the job of itself, moving around, flying on planes a lot. That just having a good physical fitness regimen, whether it be yoga, stretching, actually working out, cardio, whatever it is, just to make sure that you're leading somewhat of a healthy lifestyle to combat that stress and unhealthy eating that you're putting on your body is going to be good for you. I think that's something that not a lot of people discuss when being a full-time CRA, is all those stresses that are on your body that are outside of the actual job, but just more so part of the lifestyle of being a CRA, those lifestyle stresses of being a CRA that get put on your body that could inhibit you further from doing the job. I've heard of CRAs that were, too obese and had to quit because, maybe they couldn't fit on the plane anymore. They didn't feel comfortable flying anymore, so they wanted to drive everywhere. Well, as a CRA, you can't literally afford to spend hours and hours of your time, driving in a car, because you've got reports to do, you've got sites to respond to, you've got deliverables. So that's just not going to work. If it's further than a certain distance, they're going to want you to fly so you can get there faster, spend more time working. You can work on the plane rather than actually driving yourself. There have been people with different health conditions that have developed while they've been CRAs that have had to stop being a CRA because of those health conditions. So there is some level of physical fitness that's required to kind of keep and maintain while being a CRA. Like, for example, I may have mentioned this in another episode, but some things that I do is I stretch. I try and stretch about 5-6 days a week. Another thing I do is I work out pretty much every day. I try to. On travel days where I'm coming back to my home location, I do not work out. Sometimes I may in the morning. If I'm supposed to get on site late, I may do something in the morning, but rarely I do that. But I work out every single day I'm on site when I get there, usually, unless I'm meeting a friend for something. But I'm trying to work out about 5-6 days a week, and stretching on top of that when you can. So, and that has definitely helped mitigate the weight gain, because I can eat. So I try and do that. Another thing I've been doing is eating one meal a day when I'm on site. I just make it a big meal. I just eat a dinner, but fast all day through breakfast and lunch. So that helps a lot. And I typically do intermittent fasting. When I'm not on site, I'll eat 2 meals a day. But because I know, when I'm on site, I'm going to want something probably delicious and not that healthy. So I'll limit it to 1 as opposed to 2. So I'll do that. So all that has been really helpful for, keeping myself in, as good a physical fitness as I can be in. So those are just some tips that I exercise. But physical fitness is really important to being a CRA. And, I'm not saying you've got to be like, a fitness model or, an athlete or something and run a 4.5/40 to be a CRA. I'm not saying that at all. But I am saying the opposite side. If you let yourself, go and, start eating unhealthy and just kind of go crazy, you are going to feel some effects, and it can limit how long you can actually be a CRA, because I've seen it limit some people's ability to be a CRA. Just because the lifestyle just wears on you and beats you down over time. So that's just something to keep in mind, that there is some physical fitness levels. So don't let that scare you. I just wanted to let you guys know about a particular side of being a CRA that isn't typically discussed. And it's not really even on any type of job postings either. They may say, you may need a driver's license, or, you may be able to fly, things of that nature, but without going into specific detail about what that may actually require you to do. Not to mention, carrying luggage. I carry a bag that's kind of heavy, actually. My little satchel I carry with all the stuff I need for site. So there's lots of different things that go into being physically fit enough to be a CRA. So I think working out, it's good for people that, are in any profession, but specifically for being a CRA, because you're in planes, you want to make sure your blood is flowing. You don't want to develop, any deep venous thrombosis or, anything that comes around from sitting too long. So yeah, guys, hope you enjoyed this episode. If you have any more questions about physical fitness required, you can email me at eliteclinicalgroup@gmail.com. If you have any personal questions, you can email me there too about getting into the field, because a lot of times those help out other people. If you have that question, a lot of times other people have that question too. And I like to, record episodes that can help lots of people. But sometimes your personal question is going to help out other people also. Also, if you have any questions about, wanting to get your resume reviewed or wanting to do interview prep, you can email me at eliteclinicalgroup@gmail.com. Take care, guys.